Hey, what is going on, everyone? I am so glad you have took your time to spend with me right here today. I am your co-host of the MRB Wrestling Review Show, Mike McRock Wilson, and last night was Friday Night Smackdown. Last night, in a tag team match, Randy Orton and Sheamus defeated Team Rhodes Scholars, Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. And Randy Orton and Sheamus have unfinished business with the Shield. The Shield issued a challenge to Orton and Sheamus at WrestleMania, and they have to pick their third partner. Who do they pick? Ryback. And the interesting thing going into this match was that later on in the evening, Ryback and Mark Henry had a match, and I was wondering if they were going to save that or not for WrestleMania. Maybe there's going to be unfinished. What it looks like is that there's going to be unfinished business with Ryback and Mark Henry, and they might leave that to the side. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I do like the fact that that they're picking up the storyline where they left off with Ryback and the Shield. So it's like, even though there's unfinished business there, there's another unfinished business story with Ryback and Mark Henry. Although they could leave it at that and have Ryback team up with Sheamus and Randy Orton to take on the Shield, which is going to look like coming towards WrestleMania. Also last night, in a Divas Tag Team match, it was Kaitlyn, the Divas Champ, and Layla, and they defeated Tamina, Snuka, and Hoxana, only when, after Kaitlyn put the spear in, Layla tagged herself in and got the pinfall victory, which kind of leads to a one-on-one confrontation upcoming in the future for Kaitlyn versus Layla for the Divas Championship. And this is actually sparking a little interest. It's not much, but at least they're trying to do something with the Divas division. And not only that, in a backstage segment, the Bella Twins have been sort of introduced to the Funkadactyls, Cameron and Naomi, which resulted in a big cat fight. And again, another story that I think hopefully sparks a little interest in the Divas division. I think this is what the Divas division right now needs, is a little interest. Even though it's not much, there's something there. Also last night, in a one-on-one confrontation, Dolph Ziggler defeated one half of the tag team champions, Kane. What I like about this is that Dolph Ziggler has now faced both Daniel Bryan and Kane in one-on-one competition, even though they're champions in their own right. I like that situation because Dolph Ziggler is more of a champion than they are. He has the Money in the Bank briefcase. And also, I'm waiting now. Right now, Dolph Ziggler is lingering around the WrestleMania time right now. And I'm waiting if Dolph Ziggler is going to cash in at WrestleMania. Hopefully he does not cash in before then. I do not want anything to spoil the Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger rivalry, which I will get to later on, because this rivalry is still evolving. And speaking of, they also done another segment where Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez mocked Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter with another promo of their own, talking about what Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter talk about. And yet again, it's so hilarious, it's so funny, and it adds to their feud. A big fail that happened last night on Friday Night Smackdown was the debut of 5 Go. Almost out of breath on the go part. But anyway, really, enough is enough. Be a villain in the ring. If not, go home. Please. The Shield launched a vicious attack on Sheamus and Randy Orton backstage. And when I was watching this, I was like, what was that big blob that spears Sheamus? I was like, holy crap, now that was a moment. That's how you attack a couple of superstars backstage. Coming at them face first. And you notice that they were face to face each other. Instead of attacking them from behind, they attacked them in the front. And Roman Reigns just ran right into Sheamus. And that was a moment to believe. If you only seen what happened on Smackdown, you would know how holy crap that was. Now that is how you attack someone from behind. Well, not from behind, but from a front. And also, when Ryback defeated Mark Henry, like I mentioned earlier, via disqualification when the Shield interfered, Mark Henry was not done because he came back in the ring and gave 3 World's Strongest Slams to Ryback. Which leaves me to question, is this going to end now? Or will this be on the wayside and let the rivalry with the Shield and Ryback continue going into WrestleMania? Hopefully this might happen because it's overlapping unfinished business over another, and I think the first unfinished business should be completed first before the second. And in the main event was Jack Swagger one-on-one with Chris Jericho. Yeah, yeah, yeah! This little catchphrase. And I think that was a tremendous match, as Jack Swagger really benefited from this one-on-one confrontation with Y2J, and I think that the way it ended with the Swagger Bomb, instead of the Patriot Lock, is a little. Even though we've seen him finish that way, I like it because not only he has a submission hold, he has a pinfall finishing maneuver as well. So it adds to the variety of his wrestling moves. And the same thing goes with Alberto Del Rio. He has an Itsugiri, a super kick, especially the cross arm breaker. So with the one-on-one match upcoming at WrestleMania between Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger, it's almost like a battle of the submission holds. Even though you could see the other wrestling moves coming before it, it'll just add more interest to the match. Because there's so many moves they can pull off in the WrestleMania match. And what I also liked about Jack Swagger and the Chris Jericho match was that the little things matter. If you pay close attention to Zeb Coulter and his managing skills, you could see he's almost in the league of Paul Heyman. So when you watch that match again, pay attention to Zeb Coulter and what he does just outside the ring in support of Jack Swagger. Well, that's all the time I have for you on this review of Friday Night Smackdown. I am your co-host of the Mick Rockable Wrestling Review Show, Mike Mick Wilson signing out. And to all you viewers watching, get plenty of rest. And always, and I mean always, do your best.